Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy, the Mad Kiger, and welcome today to something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and that is I'm talking today about 10 games that I'd love to see get a remaster or remake treatment. Now, again, this could be a video that we could see quite a few of because I've got a bunch of games in my collection that I'd love to see get a remaster or remake treatment. Now, I want to start off by saying that a remake and a remaster are two completely different things. A remaster is where they basically take an old game and basically improve on it, improve the graphics, the frame rate, stuff like that, and maybe port it to new systems. Where they don't necessarily take an older game and change it, they just improve on it basically to make it run better on different systems. Whereas a remake is where they take an older game and completely build it from the ground up. A great way of showing the difference is a remake would be something like the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes, which were basically they took the old game, they kept the story and the style to it, but they completely built it from the ground up using a new engine, new gameplay style, new graphics, everything. Whereas a remaster is basically something like, say, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 remaster, where they basically kept the same engine and stuff, but they just improved the graphics and things like that. So today, these are all games that I'd like to either see get a remaster or remake treatment, because these are all games that I think would really benefit from being on modern systems. Again, we live in a society where remakes and remasters are kind of the norm now, but it's a good thing because I think that when it comes, maybe not so much in movies, but in video games, it's a good thing because not everyone plays the original versions of the games. And there are tons of games out there that people may not ever play because they don't have the older systems or they're just not available anymore. You know, you can't play them properly anymore without the right hardware. And, you know, maybe people miss out on them. But today I've got a bunch of games here. I've got 10 and one little extra that I'd like to show off. But I'd love to see these get remakes or remasters. So we're going to start off with a very, very obvious one, and that is Silent Hill. I have here 2 and 3, just for show and purposes. Now, I am aware that Silent Hill 2 and 3 did get the HD remaster on Xbox 360 and PS3. However, I hear those versions of the games really ruined it. They weren't done very well, unfortunately. I think the frame rate had a big problem, and they got rid of the fog, which basically the fog in the old Silent Hill game basically hid all of the it wasn't just for atmospheric purposes, but it was also for the purpose of hiding, you know, pop-in and texture pop-in and texture loading, which was great because, you know, these were big, huge maps. And like on the PS1, for example, you know, it worked really well. But I hear that the Xbox 360 version got rid of that or did something, or the audio was really messed up. But again, I'd love to see the Silent Hill games get a remaster treatment, a proper one, but a remake would be so much better. Just imagine playing any of the Silent Hill games. When I say any, I tend to say maybe the first 4 games. We know that Silent Hills was meant to get a new game, and we had Silent Hill PT. And unfortunately, we know the story on that one. But just imagine playing Silent Hill 2 or 3, or even the first one, in the style of Resident Evil, the 2 or 3 remake. You know, they've done it. It's possible. You know, the over-the-shoulder would probably work in these games. I know it's Konami, not Capcom, but I still think, you know, Konami could, you know, possibly reach out to Capcom and say, you know what, maybe we want to work together on this one, or could we use your engine or something like that. I don't know how it all works, but just imagine playing these games on 4K TVs, PS5s, Xbox Series, you know, even on Xbox One or PS4. But just imagine how brutal, how gorgeous they would look, how scary they'd be using that fog. It would be amazing. Get rid of those tank controls and just improve on it. Even a remaster treatment would be pretty cool, but a remake would benefit more in Silent Hill. I think these games would be amazing on the modern generation. Next one is kind of an obvious one, and that is Metal Gear Solid. Now, I've just got the 3rd game here for showing purposes. Now, this could be truer than we think, because there have been rumours that Metal Gear Solid is getting a remake. The original game, the original game, should I say, might be getting a remake. We all know the Kojima thing and Konami and what happened to Metal Gear and all this, and it's unfortunate because it's such a great series. But just imagine these games. They did get a HD remake or a remaster on Xbox 360, the third, the second, and I believe the Peace Walker, which was the PSP game, did get a HD version on PS3 and Xbox 360. But just imagine again using, say, like the Metal Gear Solid 5 engine, you know, that new style graphics. Just imagine playing through Metal Gear Solid 3 in those amazing graphics, you know, using more realistic survival mode, maybe adding you know, a couple of new difficulty modes, one where you don't need to worry about health and stamina, one where you do need to eat and stuff. I think Metal Gear Solid would benefit greatly from a remaster treatment, especially the first game, because I think the first game, in my opinion, is one of the best Metal Gear Solid games. I know that 3 is often considered to be the best in the series, and that's rightfully so, but I'm very fond of the original game. Just imagine how great these would be on the modern system. But this could be happening, so just keep an eye out for this one. Again, it comes as no surprise that I am going to include the Timesplitters games. I know I don't have the first one here, but now it's funny because everyone is talking about Homefront Revolution having a version of Timesplitters 2 in it. Yes, if you didn't know, if you remember that game Homefront Revolution that came out on the Xbox One and the PS4 in the early stages of the life cycle, being a very average game, not great or anything, but there's an arcade machine that you can find in the game which has a version of this, and people are going crazy on it now. You know, that game is selling like crazy now. People are going, oh my god. But these games would benefit greatly from even a remaster, you know, a trilogy pack, all 3 games in one. Just imagine playing these with Xbox Live or PlayStation Network, being able to use online community, downloading the maps online, people customizing their own maps. It would be amazing. These games are so good. Why have they not got any remakes or remasters of these? Again, this could be true because we do know that there is a company out there, I think it's part of THQ or something like that, now have the rights to these games. So again, it could happen. There's also Timesplitters Rewind project. Check that out on YouTube. But I'd love to see Timesplitters Future Perfect on Xbox Series X or something. Next is kind of an obscure one, but I would love to see a new true crime game. I wouldn't. This is kind of a remake or a remaster. These games were pretty awesome. Now, the first one was okay, but the second one, in my opinion, was much better. You could just do so much more in this game, and it was such a great game. I'd love to see this game get a remaster or remake treatment. Just imagine playing this with like GTA 5 graphics, or like Red Dead Redemption 2 graphics, or, you know, the engine they used for that, you know, the realism and stuff. This would be awesome. I love this game. Love to see it come back. Again, another one from Rockstar, and I think Rockstar should bring back Max Payne. Now, again, this is just the second game, just for showing purposes, but Max Payne 1, 2, and 3 would be awesome to get a remake trilogy. Even a remastered trilogy would be awesome. Now, there is actually available the first game, and I believe the second game is available on PS4 as a digital download, and I think it has slightly enhanced graphics and trophy support. So it's kind of on there, but just imagine this getting a physical version with all 3 games on there. Even the third game was pretty awesome as well. I would love to see Rockstar put out Max Payne. And, you know, Rockstar at the moment, all they really care about is GTA 5. So, you know, Rockstar, come on, man. There is talk about, you know, what's the next GTA 5 next gen version, you know, Red Dead Redemption 2 online, and of course there's talk about a new Bully and stuff like that. But forget about that for a minute. Let's bring back Max Payne. These games were awesome. Next, I'd love to see, this is really wishful thinking, but no one can stop Mr. Domino. This doesn't necessarily need to be a remake, just a remastered version. I think this game would be perfect on Nintendo Switch. This game would be so good on Nintendo Switch. Just you know, I love this game. It's one of my holy grail items. I'd love to see this get a remake or remaster. Now, I am aware that there was a game on Wii that was kind of like a spiritual successor to this. I think it was called Domino Master. But I'd love to see this game get a modern remake. But even, imagine if they were to bring this game back and you could add in, if you wanted to see something new added into it, maybe a custom level design. That would be pretty awesome. Love to see this one come back. I don't know, JVC made this game and Art Inc. I guess that maybe a big company could, you know, Nintendo could easily get the rights to this game, no problem. I don't think it would be that hard to get the rights to this game. But I'd love to see this come back. As is the same with Micro Machines. Now, I am aware that there was Micro Machines World Series. I've never played that game. I've heard mixed reviews on it. But I would love to see Micro Machines V5 or even a Micro Machine. Imagine a Micro Machines pack which includes V1, 2, 3 and 4. All of the Micro Machines games remastered in one whole pack or even individual, I don't know. Micro Machines games, these were so fun. Great couch co-op game, multiplayer game. But even imagine playing these online. These would be so fun. You know, I love the Micro Machines games. They're not perfect. They are a little bit rough around the edges in some control senses, but you get used to it. I'd love to see Micro Machines come back. And I know that there was a new one, but I don't really cast that as a new game. I would love to see the originals come back. Next is another series that I think would be amazing on VR and even PS5. I think these games would be perfect for VR. And that is the Condemned games. These games are, in my opinion, probably some of the best early horror games on the Xbox 360. Now, the Xbox 360 didn't have a ton of horror games, but these games were fucking awesome. These were brutal first-person horror games, very, very scary. You know, I think these games would be perfect for a remaster or a remake. A port would be nice on Switch or something. But, you know, Sega aren't no strangers to remastering their games, because we have seen Shenmue come back. We have seen the Yakuza games get remakes and remasters. You know, Sega are doing a great job with bringing back some of their old IPs. I know we can sit here and go, why don't they bring anything new to the... when they bring something new, people don't like it. But Condemned would be awesome. I think these games would be perfect on the Oculus Quest 2 or even the PlayStation VR or something. Because these games are mostly, you know, hand-to-hand combat and melee combat. I think these would be perfect in VR. Just imagine going through that department store from the first game and seeing those mannequins appear out of nowhere. That would be terrifying in VR. These games deserve a remake trilogy. Next is another series that I'd love to see another one from Sega, and that is the Sega Rally games. Here's just the Xbox 360 version, but I love the Sega Rally games, especially in the arcade. These are some of the funnest arcade races, in my opinion. Yes, we have dirt and stuff like that nowadays, and rally games are, you know, there's an overabundance of rally games. But I'd love to see Sega bring back Sega Rally. Just imagine it with the modern graphics of the PS5 or the Xbox Series, you know, and even the Switch would be a perfect one to have one of these on the Switch. Arcade racing at its best. I'd love to see Sega bring back Sega Rally. And next one is Stuntman Ignition. I think this game would be perfect on Nintendo Switch. They don't really need to do too much in the way of remaking this game. A new Stuntman would be awesome, even a remake of the first and this game together. But I think Stuntman would be perfect. Even the modern generation would be awesome. Imagine the graphics on the PS5 or an Xbox Series with the graphics in these games, because these games are fucking amazing games. They're really fun, and because they have a lot of explosions and stuff like that, I think the graphics could be gorgeous if done right. Even a port on Switch would be pretty awesome, because I think this would be a great handheld game. But I'd love to see them bring back Stuntman Ignition. And the last one is kind of an obscure request, but I would love to see Star Wars The Old Republic. Now, I know Knights of the Old Republic again. I'd love to see a remaster or a remake of the Knights of the Old Republic game. There's a bunch of people online wanting them. But I want Star Wars The Old Republic to come to the Xbox Series X and maybe even PS5. Because I absolutely adored this game on PC when it first came out. I haven't played it since. I do have it installed on my PC. Maybe one day I'll play it. But I think this game would actually benefit really well from being on a modern system. Because it's not like it's not capable of doing it. We have big MMO games on the Xbox Series X, and I mean, things even the Xbox One and PS4, things like Neverwinter and you know, stuff like that. So I don't think this game would be perfect to bring back. It's kind of an obscure request. But even Knights of the Old Republic, we know we love Knights of the Old Republic, but I'd love to see the Old Republic, the MMO game, come to consoles. Will it happen? I highly doubt it, but it would be pretty awesome because I could lose many hours playing this on the Xbox or something. But anyway, guys, that is 10 games that I would love to see come to the Xbox One, PS5, or even remakes, remasters, even a new game in this series. Now, if you're wondering what I'm playing, actually, I am playing a game called Enlisted, which is a new free-to-play online game, and it's a next-gen only game, which is awesome. I'm going to do a review on this possibly tomorrow, let you guys know what I think about it. I'm just taking a couple of days to play this, not really start anything else, because this is a game that I can get a couple of battles in. I'm going to do a video on it tomorrow, let you guys know what I think of it. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and of course, comment below. Let me know what games you would like to see get a remake, remaster, port, whatever, to the modern generation. And of course, guys, let me know in those comments below if any of the games here you agree with, because I think I've done a pretty good job. Now, again, I will be honest with you, I've got a ton of more, and there probably will be more videos like this in the future. Let me know if you would like to see more games like videos like this in the future. And of course, guys, subscribe if you haven't already, and join the family. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch at the Mad Kiger. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a stream tonight. Part of me is tempted to play a bit of Overwatch. Part of me wants to have another chill night and watch some more Blackadder. I don't know yet. There will be a video tomorrow. I'm going to do a review on Enlisted, first impression / review video. And of course, check out the eBay store. I will leave a link in the description. I've always got stuff for sale on there. I don't think any of this stuff that I've shown today is for sale. I mean, I might sell this physical version of the Old Republic if anyone wants it. I am trying to sell PC games. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. And as always, guys, have a nice day. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care and bye-bye.